Hello, Adrian. I saw you on Justin Waller Wins, so I wanted to invite you over to discover the real world as well. Could you give an introduction about yourself?
Doing Raucus, thank you for having this interview with me. As he said, my name is Adrien, or known as Petrus, and I'm here to give you my experiences in the real world.
Awesome. Okay. So, how did you find out about the real world? Let's start with that.
So basically, it was 2021. A friend of mine called Ted, he's the one who actually recommended the real world to me. Back then, it was called HU, and he told me we should join this. We'll definitely make money. We take the risk. Hence, what, $49 a month? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? And so I took a loan, and he's the one who told me everything about it.
hmm So, was he already in the real world or Hustlers University at the time? He had already joined and then was telling you about it and told you to join, or did you both join together at the same time?
No, actually, he joined first. We had a fitness business beforehand, but things didn't work out well. And he said, "Let me join this. Let me take the risk. If it's worth it, you can join too." And I said, "No problem. Let's branch. You know, let's like branch out. Someone does this, one person does this. Whichever makes money, we jump onto it quickly and attack with it. We attack with it, basically."
hmm That's super solid. So, the TED I've interviewed before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool to hear. I didn't realize you were that close with him. So him succeeding, he's doing video editing as well. So then you both go into video editing. How was that like? Because you can both critique each other's videos, right? You can tell each other what to improve on. You're both on that same journey, learning the same skills. So what was the process there?
So beforehand, I used to edit videos, but as a part-time thing, to be there for fun. And he told me, "Adrian, you can make money out of this," but I didn't know how to do that, nor was I interested in it. I was focusing on my career as a football player, and he told me, "No, you can make money. You can make money out of this. You're a good editor." And when he got an editing job first, I kind of got mad. I was pissed off because, like, damn, it was true what he said. And I'm a way better editor back then. Like, I knew I had more skills than him. And he learned CapCut within like 5-10 minutes, and he was, making money.
Mhm.
And it really did piss me off. But nowadays, we do critique each other's work. If someone does something wrong here, I'm always, "Ted, you need to fix this." Same thing goes for me. "Oh, Adrian, you need to change this, you need to change that." And we've built a successful business by helping each other out.
So what did you learn from the freelancing campus and how did you acquire clients?
So the freelancing campus taught me how to outreach. They taught me how to talk to clients and how to close down every client you get. It's amazing. It's a money making machine. You can never go broke with the freelancing campus. And especially the Professor Dylan Madden. He is a genius in freelancing. He can be anywhere in the world, stuck anywhere in the world, and he will teach you how to make money. And he himself will get out of any situation just from freelancing. They teach you how to send messages, how to find prospects, and the type of people who are in your niche. For example, if you do fitness, he'll find a way to help you find fitness guys for whatever product you're selling. You can't go broke in the freelancing campus.
Okay, so since that's the case, how did you acquire your clients? How many people did you reach out to before you landed your first one?
All right, I did get lucky with it. Ted outreached to about 130 people before he got to one client, and he told me that, "Yo, join the real world. This is how you're gonna do it, and you're guaranteed to get money." And I said, "No problem, sure." I joined, so we were basically working together. Then when
hmm
the new prospect, like, she asked for more work, I outreached to her and said, "Okay, these are my services. I can do this. I don't mind working for free." I basically cut off half of the competition by saying I can work for free for a week. And 5 minutes later, she called me back and she's like, "Okay, we'll put you on the short list. We'll get back to you." A week later, I closed her down and I, made my first paycheck.
hmm Nice. So
Then from
from there, yeah, how did that scale?
then from there, half of the clients that I have now are either recommendations for the work I did, but others, like two other clients, I had to really, really outreach to find them because you find so many people waste your time. You find so many people who aren't serious and so many people who will not pay you. And that's one thing I keep telling people: if someone does not seem serious, does not seem interested in your services, do not bother working with them because they just won't pay you.
Mm-hmm.
So that was basically the biggest, can I say it? The biggest issue with outreaching is that finding serious clients and how to and closing them down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair. And in terms of earnings in that time, how much did you end up making?
My first month was, I think, $600. My first month, mind you, that is from 0 to 600 in an African
Mm-hmm.
country, which is quite a lot of money. People go to uni for years before they can make that type of money. I keep telling people that. Then from there, it jumps to 1,000. Then for like 2 months, it stayed on 1,000. Then after that, it just took off to 4,000, 4,500. Um, Also on the side, when I do the bit of flipping, sometimes 7,000. But it's mostly at a constant of 4,000, 3,500, $4,000 in the span of what, 8 months.
Mm-hmm. So in total, how much is that? How much did you make?
Let's put it around $32,000 around there if you calculate
Right.
everything.
And you say in an African country. So how did your lifestyle change? Because that's quite a significant amount of money, relatively.
Well, my lifestyle changed greatly. I was able to buy nice clothes. I was able to afford to go out to really nice restaurants. Basically, anything I wanted, I could buy. Whether it's another, I'm really into bikes. So if I want to buy a new bike, I'll buy a bike. If I want, I don't know, I was a pretty big gamer back then. If I wanted gaming stuff, headsets, monitors, controllers, I could just buy it. If and also it did help me achieve my, okay, getting to the goal, my dream physique, because with money you can get anything. Honestly, there's
Mhm.
it can buy you time, it can buy you a good body, it can buy you peace of mind if used correctly. And my lifestyle did change greatly. Like currently, I'm living by myself, in a beautiful little penthouse, little, what do I call this, little apartment where I have so much freedom just for me to work. I have upgraded my setup, whether it's my working equipment. I am pushing out really good content because of my laptop. And just all in all, money buys you everything you need.
Most of what you need. Okay, fair. Uh, and how different is your average day now then compared to before you joined the real world? What's the comparison there?
I'd sleep late, I'd wake up late, had maybe go for a walk, eat a bunch of stuff that's not good for me. That was after like my football career. After I said, you know what, I'm not playing anymore. I basically just played video games the whole day from 1 p.m. all the way to 4 a.m. the next day. Just constantly playing video games, grinding that out. I would rarely leave the house. I leave the house maybe like once in a while. But ever since I joined the real world, my life has changed drastically. Yes, I do sleep late, I do wake up late, but that's because I'm busy working. I mean,
Mhm, mhm.
anyone in the real world you would notice, or anyone grinding or working on their businesses and companies will know that you do not have a proper sleep schedule. Like, honestly, we do not. And I think you can relate to that, Rockus.
Mhm.
So I'd wake up in the morning. At least now I wake up at 9 a.m. I'm up, do 50 push ups, head into the shower. From the shower, I do not eat breakfast because I do not believe that breakfast is worth it in the morning because I haven't done anything. I have the mindset of work for what I work, I eat. If I do not work, I don't eat. But 50 push ups, it's not work. It's just something you do every day in the morning. From there, check my phone, make sure all the clients are in order, all videos are up, my employees are all good. From there, I would hop on a short call with either Ted or Not from my entire room. We just discuss on anything that we need to do today, or if there's anything we need to change in our editing styles. Um, Hop on my bike, go out for a short ride. Maybe see what few items I can flip here and there. Go have lunch. Get back to the house. I have boxing at 2 p.m. Boxing from 2 to 4, 3 times a week. Then sometimes I do go to the gym after boxing. I'll have a double workout. And when nighttime arrives, it is grind mode. Um, I've been taking a break off Monster. I used to drink like 6 cans a day of Monster, but now I don't take any sugar. I don't take any vegetable oils, chips, and all that. I do not take that at all. I'm a strict diet. So I'd come home. I feel really energetic after I've done that, after I've cut out all the sugar.
Hmm.
So I would
Hmm.
work, see what work need to be edited, uploaded, see, and even I have a guy that I kind of mentor that we started the other day, and he did make a sale, which I'm happy about that. Within 2 days, he built his website up. He made a sale, and we've been working together. I would help him out. Then from there, on the laptop, working from let's say 7 to 10. 7 to 10, I'm working. Then I would take a short break, maybe play a bit of video games from 10, 11, 12. Then normally 1 a.m. Depending on what's happening, I'm normally working from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. because many of my clients are in the States and the UK. So that's kind of like the time, especially for the States guys. Like that's the time where they're all up. So you get calls, you'd have to upload videos, you have to do short jobs for them on the side. Yeah, so my life is always busy 24/7. And when I tell people, they just don't see it
Hmm.
until
Hmm.
they meet me in person and see what I go through every day, in and out. It's never
Hmm.
easy, but it's fun because you're
Yeah.
getting money.
All right. So you say what allows you to stay consistent is acquiring money, or is there more to it?
There's the thought of having a better future. There's the thought of, yes, acquiring money. That's a benefit of all this work you're doing. But in truth, there's you taking care of your family. There's you taking care of yourself. There's you taking care of your future, and just in general having nice things for everyone you care for. And you can't really have all those things without money. So the all-time goal is to get the money, and the rest will fall through after. If you're a good person and you work hard, you take care of your family, I know down the line you'll just continuously have a happy life. That's the end goal. Just take care of everyone that's close to me, take care of the
Hmm.
people that I love. And yeah, that's what motivates me every day. Is that, yeah, I
Yeah.
work hard. Yes, I enjoy a good life, but I also want the people around me, my circle, to have a good life too. I want to be them to be as happy as me.
Hmm. That is very cool. I love to hear that. And you mentioned the football career before. So what happened with that?
Football career, well, football in Africa is not the best thing. It's tough, especially for someone like me. I was a goalkeeper, and the pitches here are terrible. They all look at me and think that I have money and all such. Like, it was never about my skills. It was that they want money from me. Just the football scene here is terrible. However, I did play in the States. I did get a scholarship, but which I had to come back due to COVID. That was February 2020 when they were sending everyone back. Everyone, go back to your homes. There's COVID, which we all know is a big lie. Second of all, was I played for the national team back home in Seychelles, which wasn't the best. Same thing, African country with football. It's terrible. I also got a contract to play in Portugal, which didn't go out too well. And from there, I just said, you know what, I'm giving up on football. Honestly, the ROI is there, but it's too demanding from an African, like in an African country. If you're abroad, it'll be much more easier. Like, you have better opportunities playing abroad than here, because here it's just terrible. The pitches are bad, the coaches are even worse, the equipment is shit. It's not worth it. Even the pro teams here, they don't even get paid. Like half the time, people are owed money, and $400 you cannot pay a player.
Yeah, that's rough. Damn. So it just shows how some people, it's just different circumstances create different opportunities. So yeah, it was rough that if you had been born in a different country, maybe you could have been a professional footballer. But you made the most of the opportunities you have. You ended up joining the real world, and now you're being able to work from your laptop now isn't too bad of a situation, is it?
No, not really. Like I can sit like right now. I'm talking to you. I have my laptop up in case anything happens. Just hop on, attend to the to the clients, to the business. Always working. It's a 24/7 thing.
Mhm. And what do you say to people who say working so much is excessive? Maybe you
The
need to
people who
relax.
say working so much is or you're excessively working, they're all broke. Don't you realize that? Like, you have not told me that I'm working too much. Same as another real world member will never tell me that I'm working too much. Same goes to any other millionaire, any other person who's making money. They will never tell you that you're working too much. But the people who tell you that you're working too much are fat or lazy or broke. It's a form of cope that they have because they know they can't work that hard. So they'll come to you and tell you you're working too hard. So you can just become fat and lazy like them.
Very interesting. And I mostly agree, except we need to add to that list maybe older generation, since they don't have to be either of those, but they just don't understand that times have changed. And it's no longer a thing where you just work a 9 to 5 and you can provide for yourself. There's with some jobs you can, but now most of the money is to be made online. But online, it's global competition. You're not just competing with people in your company or in a certain like local area. You're competing against everyone in the world who's on the internet. So you need to be putting in the work in order to stay in the competition. So yeah.
Then I feel like that's kind of like a Western thing because from where I'm from, like the older generation encourages us to work more because I feel like they worked harder than us. I'm not lying. There's a reason why the old guys, especially for the men, they don't live that long. Women they live till like 90, but like guys here they live till like 70, 80 there and like even 60 and like just go because of all the hard work, hard labor they were doing. Even
Hmm.
like my grandmother, my grandfather always tell me, "Oh, you just work hard, work hard, work hard." But do stop once in a while to enjoy life because there's some few things that you can only do once and never have the chance to do it again.
Hmm. Like skydiving.
Skydiving. Actually, I have to do that. I have to do that. I have to
Mhm.
get Ted on a plane and jump off.
How cool would that be? And make a video edit out of it.
Yes, I have a GoPro. I have
Perfect.
everything. I'm ready.
Perfect. So yeah, wait, by the time we do the catch up interview, I want to hear that you went skydiving with Ted.
Yeah, I'll
That'd be
take him on
so
top of
cool.
Mount Kenya if I have to.
Nice. Okay, love that. So, what kind of insights come to mind that you've learned from the freelancing campus? It could have been a lesson, maybe a AMA you joined from the professor, something you read in the chat, anything.
Lessons I've learned is don't be too greedy. Know your limits. Know when you can do good work and shit work. Because I'll rather have two clients, just two, who are paying me maybe $1,000 each, that I'm giving them really good work, that they're enjoying my work, because I know in future it'll pay me back, rather than having five clients, each paying me, let's say $800 each. That's still more money, and I'll just be doing shit work for all of them. Because I know in the future it won't last long. They won't grow. They'll just get rid of me for some Indian or a guy in Pakistan because they do their work cheap and they're good at it. I'll rather take my time with the work I'm doing, give them good work for a good price so that they will grow and basically build rapport with me. That's one thing that I've learned in the freelancing section. That's the
Hmm.
next lesson is money is everywhere. No matter where you go, no matter what you do. There's something my Dylan Madden talked about called the Midas touch. Whatever you touch turns into gold. Especially like I took that as reality in like flipping because for me I like flipping motorbikes and like small objects I find, but like that holds value. I'll maybe buy a bike at maybe $2,000, sell it at 3,000, 3,500 within a week. Because like I'm really good at marketing bikes and stuff, especially on my TikTok. I just post it up and be like, I'm selling this, and convince you. Then the next day you buy it. And another thing I learned in the freelancing thing is be honest in everything you do, in everything you say, in just everything in general. Be honest because when you're honest, everybody trusts you better. You'll be doing business better. Like if I come to you and you trust me and we build rapport and I tell you, okay, pay a deposit for the work I've done, you'd pay with no issues. Or you trust me to run your channel, you trust me to do this for you. That's how business grows. But many people, especially in Kenya, they are really sketchy, especially in business. Like I'm not shitting on anyone, but it's true. They'll always try and find a place for them to get extra money or snake round to get even more money. And in truth, that's why there's so many broke people here because you're not doing an honest job. You're always just trying to hassle someone who comes with good intentions. And in whatever you do, just be honest and straight.
Hmm. Yeah, very good points. Love that. What would you say was the biggest challenge you faced when, after having joined the real world, when you were trying to either implement the lessons from it or any of the process after?
Well, basically, I was new to everything. Like, I was given a big channel to run. I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared. I was confused. My time management was terrible. I was always giving work late. Like those were all challenges that I had. And on top of that, living in Africa, you always have power cuts here and there. And I was using a shit phone to do everything. Like I have a Samsung phone. I don't know where it is. I still have it till today. It's a reminder that this is where you started from. It's somewhere. But it's an old crappy phone. It lags. I didn't even have a laptop to do the work on. Everything was done on the phone. So all of those were my biggest challenges, and Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is pretty shit.
Hmm. Damn, so yeah, quite a bit. Walking your way from that phone to the laptop that you just showed earlier is very cool. And how different would you say the material is, or the resources that you get access to in the real world compared to what's out on the internet?
The real world, well, you can talk to the professors. You can meet other students. You can talk to the professors. You have like videos teaching you how to do it step by step by step, compared to other guys. Like there was another big. He apparently he made money at 23, so he has like 5 supercars and stuff like that. And a friend of mine joined his course and looked at the stuff he had there, and it wasn't helpful. It was just basically stuff that's in the real world, but just copied, and there's no support, no help, nothing like that. And he was charging like 200% of the price, like $800 for that course. While the real world is only $49 every month,
Mhm.
and you have knowledge that's worth millions, not even millions, billions. I mean, if everyone in the real world put their money together, we'll all be trillionaires.
Nice. Uh, okay. And since you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading in the short term, medium term, and long term?
The short term, I'm seeing myself. Okay, I already moved to my own house, so my next plans is to just get as many clients possible, employ more people, build a full-on video editing business with Ted, and just make as much money as we can, take care of our families. Then like long term, and I want to be in like buying a penthouse in Dubai, but then also living in I don't know some Eastern European country because I hear it's very nice around there.
Hmm.
And I also have met a lot of Eastern European people, very nice people. buying cars, I don't know, all across the world, like, stuff like that. That's what I see myself. Be
Interesting.
making 100,000 plus a month. Because I know if I continue working this hard, I will achieve that.
Hmm. Right, right, right. And I look forward to documenting your progress along the way with follow-up interviews. Okay, very nice. And when you say Eastern Europe, what kind of country are you thinking?
I was looking at Estonia and Latvia.
And why do you think those countries?
Estonia, actually, I have a few friends from Estonia.
Uh,
Beautiful country, just
mhm.
black forest, blue skies. Kind of like that foggy type, old, oldish type. Back in time type of backdrop. So I'd say. Oh, and Russia. I love Russia.
Go.
So me and my family were there. So yeah, I love Russia. Russia is another
Cool.
place I'd love to go to.
Okay, so interesting. Because yeah, people usually say like their next goal from wherever they are is I want to go to Dubai, but then for you it's potentially Eastern Europe. So
Or
that's
Monaco.
interesting to hear. Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco.
Fair, fair. Okay, so yeah, quite a few places to choose from as you grow. Nice. And what would you say for impact of Tate? Has he had any kind of impact on you?
There he has. Not only Tate, Jay Wallace, Saitoro, Cooper Sterling, all of them have had great impact, but Tate has had the most. Tate and Tristan, actually.
Hmm.
They have taught me to become a better man. They have taught me to be more respectful. Ever since I started watching his content and actually applying, there's many people watch his content and then not do anything about it. But for me, I watch and I apply what he says. And look at me today.
Hmm.
The best physical shape I've ever been in my life. I am happy. I can literally go out and get whatever I want. I've made really good friends because of him and what he teaches you. He teaches you be nice to people no matter how terrible they are. Don't take bullshit from just random strangers or like anyone. He has taught me so many life lessons that I've applied in my today's life, and I have become such a good like I feel like I've become such a better like person. I've
Hmm.
become a nicer person to everyone. Yeah, man, and I'm always positive. Like it's very hard for you to find me mad or in any instance just angry at someone.
Hmm. Awesome. That's great to hear. And that's also pretty much all the questions I have for you. We covered about your past, experience within the real world, future plans. So to end off, for people who are unsure about joining the real world because they think maybe it could be a scam for the $50, what advice would you have to them?
Well, $49. Honestly, I think most of the people who join the real world are in like first world countries. I would say that because that's where Tate's influence is really
Hmm.
there. $49. I mean, you'd use that money on something far less valuable, honestly. Like half of you would use that money buying vapes or just buying alcohol or drugs. Why not just put $49 aside, pay for the course, and see what happens? Trust me, you never regret it because the skills you learn, it's not only about money, it's about life skills too. They teach you things that you don't learn in school or in university. it's
Hmm.
it's not a scam like many people come and ask me like, oh, it looks like a scam. Oh, I'm paid to say this. No, I'm not paid to say this.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not even. I didn't know that I could make money from sending, like, giving people my link. I didn't know about any of that, and I told people, oh, just join, and then I send them a
Hmm.
random link I find. So I am not paid to do any of this. Like, it's not a scam. I mean, I'll drop my Instagram after this. You can DM me. We can have a chat. I will tell you my journey. But none of it is a scam. Like, it's
Hmm.
all true. It's just your hard work. And not everyone can work that hard. Because in the real world, you really need to work. You join, you have everything. They give you templates. They give you one on one with the coaches. He has live sessions where you ask him questions, and you really have to work hard for what you want because those get rich quick things, or trading, binary bots, and all that nonsense. It's all bullshit. None of it's gonna work. You're gonna win once and win the half of it, like whatever else. Like you make $1,000 now, but you've lost $2,000. So the real world is the best bet if you want to make money right now. Trust me on this. I'm here.
Mhm.
You can even come to my house if you don't believe me.
Mhm. Again, very well put. Loved your answer and completely agree. So, since you mentioned for people to contact you on Instagram, what is your Instagram?
My Instagram is PETROUSSE ._. That's my Instagram. So just shoot me a DM. Just don't be a weirdo. But yeah, shoot me a DM.
Okay, we'll add that to the description of the video, so anyone interested can check that. And yeah, Adrien, as I said, we'll need to hold you accountable in a future interview. See how you're doing as well. Do a check-in. Thank you for your time today, and I wish you all the best.
And thank you, Rockers, for interviewing me. And I wish you to have a happy life and all the best.